Sunday morning coffee with me, Annie from Bad Squiddo Games. And we have a nice bunch of people here already, so good morning. Let me just shuffle that about a bit. There we go, not too bad. I've got lots of show and tell for you today, which is very exciting. All sorts of different news. There's so much show and tell. I can't wait. I'll give you a sneak peek. Woo! There you go. There's a sneak peek. It's guess the mug as well. Okay, then guess the mug. You know all the mugs by now, so you can guess the mug. And I'll mug reveal. Let's guess. Good morning all. It's been awesome. I'll go from my table of contents because I just scribbled some notes down. Ooh, right, he's gone for cooling tower. So the subject this week we have crowd cover, magazine madness, girls from overseas, mates and minis, new sculpts, AI. Dun dun dun. We've got two cooling towers, one medieval. Any more? Before I can't resist and have to take a sip. Dun, dun. So where shall I start? Don't know where to start. So I did put representation into the title, so I'll probably do that first. But stick around if you hate representation. The mates and minis, which I want to go into in more depth because that's the biggest thing I've done this week. There was a whole bunch of people meeting up for around Nottingham. People come from really far. My voice has gone a little bit, and it was just a day of hanging out, and it was so good. I got to just hang out. It was ace, and there were lots of small companies there, but in like a social way rather than like a selling way, although we did sell each other stuff as well, which I have some things to show you. So where should we go? What have we got now? Fenris mug. I'll take one more guess, and then I will mug reveal the Sunday dream that you all want. So I mentioned in quite detail about representation last week, and it was a bit of a weird one because it was that like as soon as you call anything out, especially me, it can have really detrimental effects on the business. So I'm always torn between this, like, should I just keep my mouth shut and carry on, or should I actually say the thing, or should I get someone else to say the thing? So it's been a bit of a weird. I've wrote magazine fallout on here. Fallout. And all I did, although I did talk about it in the show last week, was I posted a photograph of the editor's article in Miniature Wargames. And I just said, this is really weird. I don't know what I'm reading. This is very weird. So that was all I did, all I've said. And everyone else said, the various reasons why this article is terrible. But of course, who is the person? Who is the mad feminist kicking off? Who's the troublemaker that's saying all nasty things? It's me. Not all the millions, but there's probably hundreds of people have responded to that article. I just pointed out that it was a bit weird, but you could look at the larger picture of maybe the article was problematic. Or you could just blame Annie, because it's just Annie like stirring up people. So that's what I've been up to this week. I have we got mad feminists kicking off merch when? And it's a shame because like people miss out on the minis because they think, oh no, I can't buy off that pink haired feminist. I'm like, but the minis, the minis. So people always say, don't mix your politics and your views, but I can't not because I am a woman in the hobby, and apparently me existing is a political statement. So I'm already screwed from the start. So as Jamie says, where will it end? So I don't know what I should say as to what's happened. So things have happened regarding that this week. How much can I say? I'm not going to say much yet, actually. I'm going to see how it plays out. But I've spoken to several people about it. Several, like, well, obviously loads of people, but several notable people. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna that's all I'm gonna say. So I'm not quite sure what angle that's going at the moment. But oh yeah, I won't say anything yet. I'll wait. Yes. Now you're all just gonna be like, ooh, what? I may have been ranting about it yesterday, but I save my rants for when they're not being recorded. So that tweet has gone mad. There's loads of people have replying to it. It's got the discussion going, but it also means that it's then reawoken the people that are like, well, I've never had a problem. I don't think there is a problem. And these feminists want to and then like not even getting the point of the discussion. Oh, they just want to be shoehorned everywhere. No, just exist, just recognized for existing. That's all. So it's really draining, and I've got obviously several mental health issues and as yet undiagnosed neurodiversity. So everything is a lot. So when all this stuff kicks off, it just drains like everything out of me. And I remembered why I stopped talking about representation. And so when I started, I used to do it a lot because it was the whole point of the company. It is the point of the company. And it was just conflict every day is conflict because people are like, well, actually. So it's a whole what's the word? I don't know. But yeah, it's just endless conflict, and then I was getting too drained from all that to actually create the miniatures. And it's like, oh, that's how they get you, because then I wasn't inspired to be doing the work with Bad Squiddo because I was just so beaten down. So I ended up kind of just ignoring it all and going, look, I'm making miniatures. I was like, don't talk about represent. Just want to make minis that are good, and that's still the core of it. I don't want people to buy them because they are women models. I just want them to go, this is a really cool model, and I want to buy it. But this has reawoken the representation drive in me. So I did have a few posts about it this week that have gone pretty viral as well, which is also good. But again, it's just like attracts various folk as well. So I'm obviously just a mental, which is fine. It's written there on the doctor's notes, but not in this instance. I'm not mental because of that. So I've been really drained, and it's put not in this instance. I'm not mental because of that. So I've been really drained, and it's put me in a bit of a downer this week, and I'm never sure how much it achieves because I feel like you're preaching to the converted sometimes. It's like all I'm going to do is argue with people, and the people that aren't terrible will then argue with the people, and then we all just get tired. Which is why I kind of did not put my head in the sand a little bit. Just like, I just want to make minis and that's all. And I don't want to talk about the representation because then I'm the person that talks about representation. So you kind of, in that sort of the situation I have been in since I started Bad Squiddo, it's just such an awkward spot because if you don't talk about the representation, you're ignoring the elephant in the room because that's the whole thing. But if you do, you just get all of the crap that comes with it. And then also, like, say I'm getting interviewed somewhere, like, oh, that's Annie from Bad Squiddo. Oh, I'm not going to bother listening because she's just going to talk about representation because it's like, hey, I'm the representation person. And I think I was saying last week that I was really pleased with the people that had kind of like had my back. But that's been, I think, at one point when I was super sad this week, I was just there going, I just wanted to like some other people to do it. So the way it's like, oh, you're a person facing discrimination. How to fix this? You can do lots of work to fix it. I'm like, no, can other people? This is not just me. This is just in general. It's that whole like the person at the other end has to do the thing. I'm like, but why can't people just not? So yeah, that's a little bit of a rant, but it's been a really tough week, and that kind of set it all off. That obviously, so we get clipped. Obviously, I hate men, hate sexy women, want everyone to wear sacks. I actually wouldn't mind if everyone wore sacks because it'd be kind of funny if everyone just wore a burlap sack. Andy says representation has gone too far. I play miniature games to escape the reality of women existing, and if one is on the table, it brings me back to the horrific reality. Boo! Exactly. Hey, we've got Gary here. I feel I should do the mug reveal to break up the rant. What mug is it? What mug is it? It's the lesser used Chilcon paint water mug. Dun, dun, dun. What? But this is coffee, not paint water. It's in theme. Try and vaguely theme the mugs. This is the theme that I have been painting and sculpting. Yes, and drinking coffee. Yeah, through my life of calling things out, which I used to be a lot more. Again, I just got tired, but I did used to spend a lot of time arguing online, basically, and it's always now you've done it. So they're like, oh, now you've called that thing out. You've upset the person that did the thing. I'm like, but maybe them doing the thing caused the repercussions. But no, it's Annie. It's always Annie. What have we got? Tim said someday you're gonna get a new mug and totally throw us all. I could. We kind of have mug amnesties every now and again in the house because there's just so many. There's so many mugs, and there's only 2 of us, and I think Andy uses 1 mug, so I don't know where the mugs, but they're cool. Tim, you did get the dice because I put a hilarious note in with them. So that's been the bit of the presentation down. So I have been in just been in a bit of a rush mood, and then just set me on a whole spiral. Obviously this week of like never gonna get anywhere, never gonna get recognition. But then if I ever say that, then I'm playing the woman cards and I'm using that as an excuse. And it's just been that bit of a downer of like, oh. But I'm nearly back, I think. Nearly back. They can't bring me down. So what happened this week? Before I get to it, there's some. I'm just reading the comments. Yes, Jez has a good point. People discover gaming all the time. You might be the person that's seen by someone who might otherwise be scared off, simply by being you and your company existing. Yes, that's one of the things where I do go, yes, I know I'm not going to change that person's mind, but someone will at least see that there's somebody there doing something about it. So, yeah. And things are getting way better. And I find it really frustrating when people do say, but this hobby's brilliant. How dare you slag off the hobby? It's so inclusive and brilliant, and it might be some people's experience, and it's usually the people that aren't fitting the demographics of the people that are having issues, so you can get really blinkered by that. And sometimes people don't. I've run women wargame groups, and we'll talk about, say, something like discrimination, and there'll be a woman in there saying, I've had a brilliant time, no one's ever treated me differently or worse because I'm a woman, so therefore everyone's wrong and lying or something. Like, no, just people have different experiences depending on a number of factors. So it's a difficult one. But we're getting there. It's just hard. It's just very tiring. So on to the next bit. Grimdark, before I forget, I was supposed to put a newsletter out on Friday, but I didn't go to work because I was sad. So the newsletter hasn't gone out, which is annoying because I want to start giving newsletter people the first go at stuff. I'm spinning. What am I spinning? It's a Rolltex roller, which I will also be talking about in a bit. We can play it like the spoons. I want the newsletter people to get things sooner as a motivation to read the newsletter and to subscribe to it, because I spend ages on them. When I do a newsletter, it takes me hours. It's ridiculous because I turn them into mega blogs rather than just like, hey, got some new releases. So I did mean to do one on Friday. I even started it. It's in the drafts. That we've got Grimdark up for pre-order. But I put it on the website, but I didn't tell anyone, but people have found it. So I found it. So that Grimdark that everyone likes, the basing stuff by Krautcover that's got skulls and bones in it, that has come in and gone out again. So the last batch I sold out of all the pre-order. That arrived Thursday. So Thursday I got it all shipped out. Anyone who pre-ordered it, so you should have it by now. So I've been seeing all little bones arrive. And there's one more order, and then the company going on holiday or like closing to reconfigure or something. I think possibly go, we need to make our operations a little bit larger. So they're going to be closed for a bit, which means no Grimdark for some time whilst they do all that. So I've got one last shipment on the way, and I've put that up for pre-order. Well, not on the way yet, but they're still hurriedly putting bones into pots. I'm going to see if I can increase it a bit. But yeah, it's so just keep, if you want that Grimdark stuff, it's going to sell out before I get it again. And you know by now, because this is the third time. Just go, I don't even mind if you go on a side bit and go buy it. Andrea says, if I may ask a stupid question, why is everyone so obsessed? Because it's dirt with little bones in it. So it's just really cool. And you get a lot. I really was skeptical just because of the price. I was like, there's no way you get like, because on the packet it shows you like a few, and I was like, you maybe get a few skulls and bones. But if you look at the pictures I posted, I just poured one out without, bringing them all to the top. And there's just loads. There's loads in there. I did have a sneak peek. I don't know if I can say that I've had a sneak peek, but I've said it now. They're doing a signature series, but like everyone at the moment. So they've started with the Tale of Grimdark is a content creator, so go check their work out. So they chose the whole boniness, and the next one up, which hasn't been revealed yet, is called Booty Beach, and it's a freebooter collaboration. And it's pretty good. So I'm kind of excited where they go in with this signature series, because it looks like it's all going to have cool little bits in it. Oh my god, it looks so cool. But yeah, I saw that and went, oh, if they're struggling to put bones into bits, then was it struggling to get bones into bits? They're going to have so many things. So many things. Bad Squiddo signature series when? Pandemonium says Bristol Independent Gaming getting little supplies. Hopefully I'll get one this coming week. Not quick enough getting on your shop on North Star. Yeah, that's why I wanted to like wait till the newsletter, but I don't know why I just went. I think I was tootling around on the shop and went, I'll just put it in. No one will look or notice. I've missed already when Gary says, "Who are they?" What? Who are they? The dirt people, the dirt folk, the folk from the dirt. They are Krautcover, a German company, a very small German company that's kind of gone and it's really nice basing mixes, and the latest one has little bones and skulls in, and obviously everyone wants that. I've still only got one pot for myself. I want another pot, but when I could sell it, I could get money instead. Maybe I'll no. Myself another pot. I still want to do a ghoul diorama with the ghouls all just hanging out, hanging out with all the bones. I think that'd be cool. So yeah, Grimdark's I'm looking. So cross those out. Women, yay! So I've been talking about representation, but I've also been hanging out with more variety of people. So Tina Fielding is over from Belgium, and she is an artist, and she sculpts in digital and physical, but she does a lot more. And these are the people I've met this week that do a lot more. So it's not that just figure sculpt. I keep doing that. Not just figure sculpting. Lots of other creative-y bits as well. So a few people I've been speaking to like this lately, they'll do props or they'll do scratch builds and other sort of all under just umbrella of art. but really cool stuff. So if you haven't seen Tina's stuff, she's interviewed in the latest ZUCC podcast with Louise, Rob, and Peachy, which is a really nice. Sorry, I was reading the comments. Interview that she does. She's wicked. Pandemonium says, apart from basing minis, enjoying dumping them as landscape for pictures. That's largely what I've been using them for. I really like the beach one that I did early in the week, and that was just with the lagoon stuff. Because I put some sand down. I've got the big tubs of stuff that I've collected, and obviously crowd colour stuff. And I put my sand down and went, it looks more building site than beach. And went, no, you've got the tropical lagoon. Put that down. I went, perfection. So yeah, Tina came over on Wednesday just to have a check. She checked out the office. I did a big show and tell, and it was quite sweet because I was just like, and I've got this, and this is all my posters, and this is all my stickers, and it was just really refreshing because I do feel like the weirdo a lot in the sort of world of very sensible military modelling. And people are like, why would you do that? You know, with some of my Anniness. So hanging out with another weirdo was really nice. So we had a nice chat about what we all do. Then we went back to mine, and she met Dave, and also Carol. Poor Carol doesn't get the fame, but Dave's the one that everyone loves because he always comes up to you. Whereas Carol comes up and then she goes, "Whoa, not sure." Whereas Dave's just an absolute tart. So she enjoyed seeing Dave. Yes, she did find some gnomes in Willerton Park. So that was really nice. Again, just chatting to another creative person. That's a woman. That's just really nice. So yeah, thanks Tina for coming over. That's really nice. Then I've had a busy week actually. For someone that's been in a blur, I'm just like, actually I've done something nearly every day. Thursday, gnomes and Batman, yeah. Thursday I popped into Curtis Ramshackle's studio because I wanted to pop in, maybe for something nefarious that will be made known soon. But also, I didn't do it. If you hear anything, I didn't do it, but I might have done it. But we don't know yet. I didn't do it. And so I popped in to see Curtis at Squiddo Games. Again, if you haven't seen him, have a little look. He's been about for 18 years now. His company can legally drink. Tim says, I'm very not suspicious. No, I'm not a suspicious person. So I popped in to see Curtis, and I met, so Pablo was in there, who's the Still Tower. Trent, Miss Casmini's, was there. And two ladies, Lex and Elle, who were wicked. Because I was like, what do you do? So they showed me their Instagrams. And they do really cool stuff as well. You know, you kind of like casually chat to someone and you're like, oh yeah, that's a person. And then you see what they do and you're like, you're not just a person. You're a crazy arts creative person that's all clever. Oh yay! I got in a Curtis selfie. I just thought I went to open the Instagram. Oh my god. Why do people take the most unflattering photographs of me? Oh my god. Never gonna. Oh god. Sorry. Just looking at pictures from yesterday. It's like, is there anyone I want to share? Maybe not. God, what happened to me? God. So anyway, I didn't do it. Yeah. So I met Lex and Elle, who I'll actually no. What I'll do is I'll go on. So I'll put on Baggy's Cave and some stuff. A link of all the different people that I met because I'll put all the links up. But they do sculpting and they also make stuff. Just all sorts of stuff, and again like larger scale things, and again it's just like I'm seeing more people that look vaguely like me in that sort of manner, you know, not just what's the word? Yeah, I don't feel like a weird outsider in some circles now, which is good. So that was nice. So because I worked pretty late on Thursday and I went straight over to there. Saw those for a bit. Andy was playing some Age of Sigmar, I believe. No, Warhammer the Old World. So I got out Thursday. Friday, I was sad. What we got here? Saturday, I was at Mates and Minis. Finally, the content that people may have come for. I was at Mates and Minis from 9 a.m. No, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. and then we went to the pub. But I only had 2 beers, so that, which was very impressive. So before I talk about Mates and Minis, one more thing. Oh yeah, I've got Shane Sculpts as well. I've got loads to show and tell now, so you can't go anywhere. It's not allowed. I just noticed Andy's in the chat. Weren't you up till 5 a.m. or something? What are you doing? What are you doing? AI in Baggy's Cave. There's more people sharing AI things, and because I don't have much time, I tend to not. I glance at the stuff before I approve it into the group. So sometimes I let stuff in, and then I'll see there's been a kickoff, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to moderate, so I do end up just deleting things. But keep an eye out, because people have been sharing more. Like, you get an AI generated woman from history, which is very inaccurate, and then probably an AI bit of text about it, and it's just like cool women from history bots sort of thing. And some of them don't have much context or anything, so I'm going to be a bit more vigilant of not letting them in. But I always feel bad to not let things in. But if I do, there's probably a reason, and it's nothing personal, because if it was, you'd get a warning or a ban or something. So if ever you post in Bag's Cave and it doesn't make it in, there's just a legitimate reason. There's no hard feelings. But I just want more discussion in there, so I don't want to stifle too much. But then I come back, and because obviously women in warfare is quite a sensitive subject, because war is a sensitive subject, especially when they're more contemporary sort of wars as well. A bit like, so sometimes, yeah. So just saying. So have a sip of coffee. It's a good mug, isn't it? So Mates and Minis was organised by, can I sit back? Squiddo Games, Curtis, Trent, Miscast Minis, and Pablo of the Still Tower. I'm still rumbling this, aren't I? And I don't even know. Yeah, so I got there, right? And I thought about 20 people were going to go. And I think the night before he said, I've sold like 50 to 70 tickets. By tickets, it was like a few quid just to cover the whole rental. So I got there, and because I'd had a bit of a bad week, I was like a bit shy actually. I don't know these people. So I was a bit like, oh. So I decided, I went to the office beforehand and I went, sod it, I'll just start a little shop. So I brought some boxes. I quite like the little shop that I made in half an hour. I'll show you a picture. Oh, there we go. Oh God, those Turkey Man pictures. So you won't see it very clearly, but you get the idea. I had a tiny little pop-up shop with an honesty box. There you go. Just in case, which was good, because I made enough to cover back my Ubers to get there and back with all the stuff, a couple of beers and a takeaway. So that was all right. So thank you, people who bought things. I didn't expect to really sell anything. So it wasn't a selling event. It was just a hangout. And I felt a bit weird being a seller. So that was ace. I was inspired by Mammoth Miniatures, who is called Nick. And he has this traveling suitcase. Look at that. That's amazing. It's so good. So I popped that down. And so, yeah, everyone I was talking to, we're all like, we don't really know what this event is. I don't know either. We're all just like, I don't know. And it was a bit like the meme with the introvert dogs at the dog park, and everyone's just kind of. So they had a big middle section where it was all like kit bash sort of stuff, and people had donated like their own spare parts, or companies had donated miscasts, sprues, empty bits left on sprues and all that. I, being a saint, donated a bunch of Bad Squiddo spare bits and all that, and a few brand new packs, because I thought they'd be handy conversion bits. And it was really cool seeing people work with them and then be like, whoa, these are really cool. So that was happening. And then there were lots of games, and some people had organised games. So it's in a church hall, so it's just one place. Some people had organised games, and others were just doing, drop in, play games, whatnot. So I'm going to forget the names of a lot of people. So that's why I want to make a list afterwards. Tonks. It's like a pocket for now. It's a Tonks guy who was wicked. He was one of my favorites and my top people that I met yesterday. Tonks guy was, and a guy called Monk had made what's the words? Brain. A guy called Monk had made some real life size Tonks. If you've not seen Tonk, then it's look up Tonks, just ridiculous. There's lots of people that made little ridiculous games. Jamie, who was Jamie? Which one were you? Which one were you? I've already forgot everyone's name. So yeah, Tonks guy was there. Turnip 28, probably the most famous of the folk there. He was playtesting his new guy. Oh, Timothy. Monk is the person who built our flat. Built out our flat after we bought it. He's a good one. Yeah, he was ace. Lots of band tours. They were just really nice people there. So who else had games? Necropolis. Because I'm out of the loop. There was a lot of games I haven't really heard of. Mangling Minis had some stuff. What else were they playing? Curtis's game, Ramshackle's game, Mini Gangs, that was on, and so they were doing mega mini gangs, and it was just kind of hang on, wait, how do I not know your flat is spaceship themes? What's going on? Let me just drink this sec. So hanging out, just hanging out, and it was just the best. It was such a nice day, and I know I keep saying this stuff. Oh, it was the best day. It was another of the best days I've had in ages. It was what was it? Unless there's two monks, I don't know if there's more than one monk. Tim said if you ever visited. Well, I need to see the spaceship house. So where am I at? I don't know what I'm going on about. It was just hanging out, as it was called, Mates and Minis. It was Mates and Minis. And I realised that the thing that gets me really excited and just like that is seeing people doing things they enjoy and just having a nice time. And that was it. That was it all day. It was just really wholesome fun. People just chatting. We did eventually start talking to each other after being like scary people, and everyone's just really nice. So the kit bash table was pretty much what I sat on all day, kit bashing, and I did get one game, which was Herding 28 by Mangling Miniatures, where you have a disc of whatever stuff on there you want. So I brought guinea pigs, so I had guinea pigs on there, and something to herd them, Turkey Man, obviously. So I played that, and we ended up using the top of one of the giant. I need to show you these giant tonks because that's going to make some sort of context. So here's two of the chaps in the giant tonks. Oh, you hear Jordan Sorcery has lovely handmade merch coming soon. So one of my favourite people yesterday was, in fact, I'll even go out. My favourite person that I met yesterday was Mangling Minis, and so he was the one who played. We played on the tonk, but later on. So yeah, I think Monk made the tonks, and then they battled out in these in the and it just made me so happy. Like, look at this guy's face. Look at that. He's not in pain. It was just ridiculous. I stated that whatever the opposite of toxic masculinity is, it's the opposite. It was just so nice. Just really fun. Yeah. Where is he? Is that the guy? Is that the guy? So yeah, full scale tonks. Amazing. What else? My pictures. They'd set up I didn't know they'd set up a little photo area for photographing minis. And when they were setting up, they were like, if only we had a background. I knew I should have brought those background books, dang it. But I don't. I was really chuffed that I fit the entire stand into a box that I could then take to the pub. So I did take a whole bunch, which I will be posting online, pictures of. All I brought with me was Turkey Man and guinea pigs. So there's just Turkey Man around all this place. And then my favourite picture, which is unintentionally funny, because I didn't do this on purpose. No one will believe me, but I didn't. Oh my god, Turkey Man. Turkey Man has just been such a hit lately. Oh, I'm just going to give up with my feminist bullshit. I'm just going to do Turkey Man forever. There he is on the still tower. Dum bum bum. And I took a bunch with the pigs. And I'm going to start talking about Roltex. What? Look at my little baby. Hello. So, if you want to see what I made, I decided I'm a sculptor now, and I'm going to sack all my sculptors. If you're watching a sculptor, you're all sacked. Because I made a thing. Please don't go. You're not really sacked. Oh, if anyone follows M. Durant on, I think she only posted it on Twitter, Electric Eve. She posted the results of my most hilarious prank ever. I was very chuffed with myself for that. So she'd put an order in and put in the comments, please do not, whatever you do, dear God, something like that, don't Turkey Man me any. So obviously a Turkey Man. So for some context, a while ago, Doc Cowie, who a lot of people know from RPG, he purchased 10 Turkey Mans. 10. To spread the joy. So he said, just put them in orders. And I've really slowly been rationing these Turkey Men out to when I feel the time is right. So yeah, she was aware that there's a chance that you can get Turkey Manned. But I realised that I'd be a really good evil genius, theoretically. Could. Where I had the box and then you opened it up and there's Turkey Man packaging. What? And there's something in it. You turn it around and it says psych, spelt wrong for some reason. I don't know why I missed the Y out. So it says and there's one of my giant squirrels going, Arr! You're like, woo, no Turkey Man. Here are the products I purchased. And then at the bottom, there's a raw dog Turkey Man lying there with the bit of paper that says, you've been Turkey Man. I thought that was pretty fun. So Turkey Man has been a hit. Let's go through some of the stuff. So kit bashing. I didn't do tons of actual kit bashing. And I lost my finger guy. So if anyone that is watching that was at the event knows what happened to finger guy. I got him out to show Andy when I got back last night. I was like, I made a guy. No, my guy. So what have we got? So I'm very bad at everyone's names. So I'm not even going to try and do the names. But I met this person that was making. God, it's so Dayglow. They're making the slugs. What was the name? Flynn? Might be Flynn. I'm going to say Flynn. And they've made these slugs. And I didn't want to. God, it's so Dayglow. I didn't want to paint over it because it was in pink and white. And apparently glow in the dark. So I tried it last night and it didn't. So I need to charge it up. So it's a slug with a big eye. I painted it, but most of the pink was already there. But I put some washes on it and gave it an eye. There you go. I like that little slug. I was happy with that. And then I brought these with me, and I got some more converts to the world of Roltex. Roltex. So these are the things that I haven't been promoting as much as I should be, just because I've been really busy. And you're used to them on my stand now. I put a big Roltex special in the other newsletter. So Becky of Roltex is now also a Bad Squiddo sculptor. So she's a sculptor, but she also she sculpts these as well as sculpts. So she sculpts tools to sculpt. What? And I've never used them on anything. I've just used them on the flat and gone, these are cool. So you just, they're better than those big rollers because there's no edge and you've got a nice control. So you can just be like, I'll put a bit there, especially things like skins. This is the wood texture one. So if you want to do a load of wood, you just go with them. And yeah, because the taper off as well, there's no hard lines that shows that it's been done like that. So I brought my collection, because I've got them all myself. I brought those to let people have a go. So people were having a go with those, which was really nice. And I did. So what did I make? I'll show you the process. So I had 2 of the slugs. So there's the slug, as is. I was also given a white one. So that's the plain white slug. So I thought this is a perfect chance to try out those texture rollers. What's the word? Milliput's probably not the best for it, but it's what I had. So initially I used one of the larger ones, but I didn't use it enough. But it's a lot more subtle, and it did look a bit more like a foreskin. But then I thought, no, I want to go for full drama. So I used it's the one that's like a brain. Again, you won't be able to see that well, but so that's what I contributed to it. So I sort of reskinned it, gave it a big eyelid, and put the textury stuff on it. And the result is this guy. Look at this. I'm so chuffed with it. So that's the texture on there. Look at him. Hello. So obviously, I need to see where they are. I think that's right. So yeah. Look at those. And it was nice just painting, and I made sure I finished before I left because I'm never going to paint any more on these because that's what I do, go on the side. So I've got these. Aren't they cute? Oh, I made these sluggies. Oh, they complement each other. So I made these slugs. I made a finger guy, but I don't know where he is. He's out there somewhere. I assume he wouldn't have been binned because I did paint him as well. So there was a chap, again, forgot the name because I suck, going out giving out casts of his finger. So I got a cast of, there's a lot of grim and I like that. So that was, again, just a nice change, but not change. Like I obviously love wargaming and the hobby and all this. So it was like being in the hobby, but just in a non-work capacity sort of thing. So I like making gross stuff. You'll know from Turkey Mountain and stuff. But it's because I do a lot of serious things. I do like doing some gross things. It was not Trent from Miscast. It was a person. I will get on the list of things. Oh, Jamie said hello and photographed your slugs at some point. As one does. What am I at? Slugs, thingies. Oh yeah, so I got the finger and I put a GW giant face onto it, a bunch of mushrooms, and made it pink and creamy, and then had blood dripping all over it, and I liked that. And that was my little finger guy. But I don't know where he's gone. So I also made this guy. Woo! I didn't get around to finishing him. They were from bits. I didn't really make him. So one of the people was giving away these little frogs. There were lots of people going, here, have a thing. Yay. So I got a little frog, and then I found this frog brain. Oh, it's my phone. Ooh. And now I've Discord on my phone. What time to be alive? And he's on a thumb. There was a lot of like finger and thumb action going on. And I did use the texture roller, but I didn't do it very well because I was running out of time and I kept smearing stuff. So I was trying to get the wood on the go. So I'm going to have a proper go at it when I'm not just going, running out of time. Obviously a little butt on a frog's what you want. So I think that was a piece from Thunderchild, because there are lots of bits from there, which was then Old School Minis, because obviously Kurt's a contract caster. The person who made the slugs, I was going to say gifted, but I demanded in the pub that they be mine last night. These little pendants. So there's a painted one, and there's a cast. Oh, that sort of like abstract human-y form. I like it. They're nice. So I thought they went all the way through, so I'm going to drill and make sure I turn it into a pendant, because I think they're really nice. So I got those. And it was just everyone going, look what I made. So I met Kira Creations, who I followed on Instagram for a while. And I bought some stuff off her. So I got these wings. No, I won't snap them off the thing now, because knowing my luck, I will. Right, so I've got these big dragonfly wings that I'm going to put on something as a conversion. Oh, don't drop resin in your tea, Annie. So what these? And she also made some gribblies. Like, it's all strange. It's just everyone. Hang on, I'll get it out of the packaging. So, it was just everyone doing creative things and being all nice to each other and just giving each other things. So again, the camera's crap on here, but it's a load of gribblies. A load of gribbly things. We got gribbly things. There was a guy giving out hats, which fit Turkey Man perfectly. So I got a whole bunch of these little hats, different types of hats. Put those there. Kira's also giving these out. A little guy. There's a lot of little guys. Yeah, Robert says, looks like you're reconnecting with things we love about the hobby. Yeah, it was just like a nice boost. That's what it's about. It's just like, yeah, making silly things and hanging out with nice people. Lex gave me one of her latest. There's a lot of they're all freaky creations, to be fair. Which is obviously we're coming from historical, where it's all about total accuracy, to just like make it weird. I got some weird guys, weird guys going on there. Some weird stuff. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, yeah, you could. So that event, right? If that was the first event I went to, I'd say I have no idea what anyone's talking about, because there were no problems in the hobby with people being crappy to each other, or obviously, again, I've got the woman angle. Go absolutely nothing. Everyone is lovely. How dare anyone say anything bad about it? Because it was just so nice. It was such a good day. But it's just that that's not the wider thing. Some groups are wicked and some aren't. And yeah, you can easily be in this lovely world where everyone's nice. Mangling Minis is here. It's Mangling Minis. Don't know if you've heard me say it was like my favourite person from yesterday. Were you here when I showed this picture? Hang on. This is one of my favourite pictures from the weekend. Hang on. Getting her. Oh. Getting her. Nearly there. Nice. So it was just the best. And we got, what else have I got in this pack of things? I got the official mini. I'm hoping so. It looks like it's going to be annual, because I was just like, can we not just do this all the time? I got the official mini. I don't know what on earth the casting is on this, to be fair, but it'll all peel away. Just needs clean up. I think because they just sort of chucked them into molds, but it will become a thing. So it's a guy and a lump. Oh, I got 23 out of 24. So it doesn't look like much, but this is just very thin flesh. So I'm not going to carve it off in front of my coffee. And then on the back of that little bit, it's got little mates and minis. Oh, nice, wasn't it? was nice. So I've got that. In the spares box, I nicked these ghoul type lads because obviously I was like, oh, they look like ghouls. They can go in the ghoul collection. It's going to paint as is. I got given. There's a lot of people doing this, like making the sprue as part of it, which I think is smart. We don't do it because we have very small sprues. Get in. Oh, can't. I just don't want to make sure I put a load of sprue over this. Hang on. So I got given one of these. So everyone's just like, here, have things. So heads. Wee. A lot of people talking about IndieCon for a while. Yeah, it was. It was just really lovely. Chill. So they're all the. Oh yeah, shown frog. Yeah, they're all the things from the day. And so we did that and went to the pub, which was ace. But I just had such a lovely day. And when I was chatting to people about it afterwards, I was like, yeah, it was just people having fun and being creative and all getting ideas and showing each other the things. And there's that sort of childlike, in a good way, childish, childlike sort of enthusiasm where I think it gets beaten out of you a bit through life. Where you just get to be like, oh my god, I'm in a hat, and then it's always like I made a thing with a face, and yeah, it's just like kids running around showing each other like, oh my god, have you seen this? Do you want to play with my tonk? I've made a weird herding. Oh, the hat fits on the little guy, and that's what we shouldn't stop doing that because it's important. So then I went to the pub, had a couple of drinks, got home. And there were casts waiting for me, as if the day could not get better. Oh, I got given a tonk as well that I need to build. There's a tonk. A bit more coffee, and then I'll show you some brand new upcoming Mad Squiddo releases. So it's been that mixed week, hasn't it, of being beaten down, but being got back up. I get knocked down. I get up again. So I want to show you them all. Or maybe I will. Some of these have been a while, a while in the works, because these are all by Shane Hoyle. Because I got I'd maybe get one from him, but then I needed the rest for the pack. I kept getting bits of packs, and I finally got the full packs. So these, I believe, are production casts. So this lady you might have seen because I've used her in a bunch of my photos. You're never going to see them clearly on this camera, which is partly why I don't mind doing a sneak peek, because you can't see all of the stuff. You can see the silhouette. So she has got friends now. So I'm hoping these are going to come out fairly soon because I could do with it. And she's there. She's existing. She's there. She's sort of singing in the bar. Going hwee, hwee, hwee. And she's like, stick 'em up, stick 'em up. So she's like, yeah. So there's some Wild West ladies. Andrea says, how things are going with latest batch of community minis? Just in case someone expand my order, that's lying and waiting for those. Yes, do expand your order. I'll talk about community minis after these. It's not bad. It's just delayed as usual. And me with my overstretching of everything. So I'll get to that. We have snake cultists, little sneakies. I want my snakes. So got a bunch of random fantasy stuff. All my snakes. Oh, take the snakes. So we got that. I'm just going to show you it all. We've got this lovely lady. She's not a witch. They called her a witch on the thing. Old witch. She's lovely. She's like a friend of the seer. She's a bit like the seer before she goes bad. She's not friendly. No friendly. Annie overstretching. Maybe. We have the possessed. I don't know why she made that noise. That's why you're only getting a little peek of them. It's hard showing metal anyway. with all the reflectos. Warrior lady. She was going to have friends, but decided she's going to go by herself. She needs a name and a backstory. Look at her blurry beauty. Yes. And these that I think are going to be a big hit. Better be. Better be. We have Space Cop. What? Space Cop. And Space Boy. Space Boy. Da-da-da. Little armoured pup with a full tail because there's no tail docking in Bad Squiddo universe. Look at that lad. So yeah, that's just some of the upcoming releases that I need to get painted as well, but they may end up being released inked, so I can get some of that sweet monies, which I need. So what have we got there? Don't worry, I'll be ending shortly. My back is hurting as well because I was like that all day. So those photos, I'm like, oh god, people keep photographing me, and I'm like, why am I hunching? It's a horrible huncher. The minis. Minis. What was I going to say? Community minis. Yeah, foolish me said they'd be. Oh no, it's the Vignette 28 deadline as well today. Just realised. Oh, that's quite nice. Community minis are delayed, of course. I've just been really behind. I think I've mentioned in the last sort of few weeks that I got behind. The show's kind of got in the way of other stuff. Then I had the big migraine forever, and I've just had loads of crappy health, basically. So I've just been in, part of the frustration I've had this week is that I've just been in this endless catch-up mode and not creating, which is also why yesterday was nice, because it was like, this is the core, this is the fun, this is why we do it. I've just been doing busy work of catching up on things that are really dull and kind of need doing, or again, just admin, and then it's tidying. Still haven't done this mega stock count, so some of the stuff that I've got isn't in stock on the website. So doing all that sort of boring management, really, rather than having a moment to actually research. But I was going to do an update on Friday, the day that never was, about it. But I'm wanting to get to it as soon as possible. So next week, I'm hoping to get all my sketches done. And then just got to whip Alan into go, I know I'm really late, but can you do it please really quickly? Because I want to get them out and I need to relaunch that. I need to figure out how that's going to work. I have had thoughts of making the Resistance Kickstarter smaller because I'm like, I have no idea how I'm going to fit all these things in. So making that smaller so that I can get Gunny Pets done this year as well, which needs a lot of me actually looking at it properly and making plans, because you can't just build it and they'll come. I want to get that on tour a little bit and go to some places and play some Gunny Pets with people. I want to build that up before the launch sort of thing. So yeah, so there's a lot to do. So I think the combo of feeling underappreciated, as in like I do all this stuff and then it's kind of what you know as, oh, that woman that complains she's offended sometimes. I'm like, no, I hate that word. Not offended. I just think it doesn't come out well on you. That with the combo of being skint and having loads of things to do, and there's lots of cool things, which is good, but they're all things that don't pay. So there's lots of cool bits where I'm like, oh, but it's not a thing. Like, well, there's things where it's like, oh, it can get you exposure, which may turn into money, and they are important things. It's not just like, oh, we'll pay you in exposure sort of things. It's like, you know, projects and community things where like it's worth doing and could well pay off. But also, like, can it pay off, please? So yeah. Talking of which, I'm up in the nominations for some minis like World Cup, but I don't know if I made the first round. I don't know when that ends, but have a look. I think it's on Yorkshire Gamer or something. But yeah, it's all good. Bad Squiddo is just the best, obviously, and I'm really proud of it. And I guess the takeaway is I won't let the bastards get me down. Woo. So thank you everyone, as always, for supporting this. And anyone I met yesterday and I've forgotten the name of because I suck like that. Look at the eyes, look at them. And actually it's made me want to have a go at sculpting, just ridiculous things, nothing like, because that's it in my head, I'm like, I have to make a very accurate 28mm person. Like, no, you can just make some slugs, just dick about. Look how glowy it is, it's amazing. So I had a wonderful day yesterday, and I'm off very shortly. There is a lady doing a gay history tour of Nottingham, so I'm going to do that, which means I've done loads of things all week. In my attempt, it's hard because I like do the thing to get me out of the rut, but also I get extra like spoonless from doing things, so I've been there like, oh. When will the new minis be available to buy? I'm not sure. There's some wild potential. It could be next week or something if I just get them inked and put them on the website inked rather than wait till they're painted, because there's quite a few bits in the painting queue. Oh, did I get to the? No way! Did I beat Footsore? Where's the link for that? What's he called? Yorkshire Gamer. Is it a group? Reet big group. Oh, why can't I see inside? How is it a public group if you can't see it? Oh, here we are. Was it in here? I'm just looking at it's just me looking at my phone. I don't know if that is the second round. Maybe that's it. I don't know where all these updates are. Oh, here we are. Oh, I see. Yeah, sorry. I'm just yeah. So yeah, vote Squid. Woo. Right, I am gonna have a bit of a chill, and then hopefully I have got through a lot of tasks this week, despite being all those I've been grinding through all the monotonous tasks. So I should be back to being able to do some cool stuff next week, which would be lovely. And then it's July. How is it July? My next thing that I'm playing is going to the Lardy Day again. So that'll be my third year playing the Too Fat Lardy stuff. So yeah, so theoretically these could be out next week. I didn't expect the production cast so soon. They surprised me, I think, because I'd been grumbling to them on the phone about things being rubbish. So they did a nice like, we've made these. So yeah, I'll definitely put them up in their inked form, which I don't do very much anymore. Usually they're painted, but I've got a bit of a backlog of releases, so I think I'm going to put them in. So thank you, as always. Thanks everyone who supports by Squiddo, and your race. And I love these figures. And thank you everyone who makes really nice figures. And everyone I met yesterday who was just the nicest. And yeah, that's what we want, isn't it? It's like, that's what it's all about. It's kind of, yeah, that reconnecting with what it's all about. It's not all about arguing with people online. It's just moving some putty around and going, look, I made a thing and it's got 8 heads. Actually, in fact, talking of which, I'm going to show you some of Mingling Mini's things before I go, because I feel like in an alternative timeline, he could have sculpted Turkey Man. Because these guys would be friends with Turkey Man, I think. Where are they? I like it when I find friends for Turkey Man. Where are those horrific? They're all horrific, but well, that could be Turkey Man's pet, wouldn't it? The eyes coming out. Where's the other guy with the tongue? I like the tongue guy. Tongue guy. Yeah, that guy. Blah. That could definitely be a friend of Turkey Man. So yeah, I'll put a list up somewhere of, I'm going to gather the list of people that I met from yesterday and bother them all in the Discord, and you should follow them all and look at what they were doing, because it was ace. Right, I'm going to go. Oh, Emily's awake as well. Dun, dun, dun. Goodbye. Bye. Have a lovely day.